Life.tv with Kelsey
and Karen. So Kelsey and I are going to share with you our original intention of why we created the show to begin with and what inspired us. And just to let you know that waking up to our truth is what Kelsey and I often talk about. And waking up to the truth in your own life. And that whatever is going on in your life is going on for a reason. And it's going on in your life to possibly learn some life lessons and to maybe let go of past beliefs or past ideas that are not serving you anymore. Or just to wake up to what is and to wake up to the beauty that surrounds you in your life.
Absolutely. Well, what wake up to life means to me is just how it's brought up in my life is I have a lot of friends, and we're all on this amazing path that seems to be so parallel. And we're all taking courses or reading books, and it seems to be that we're all on it, whatever that is. And yet, at the same time, where's the discussions about it? Where are the TV shows about it?
Yes.
Where there's a whole world of people out here who are on a path. And I don't believe it's reflected accurately out into the real world.
No.
And so for me, this show is a really great way to just create that intention that the world be able to hear this message and hear these messages all the time.
Exactly.
And have full access all the time.
Yes. Because the information is here, and we're here to share it with you. And for you to know that, if you're going through any, uncomfortable moments in your life, that you are going through a phase and you can create any possibility. And it's waking up to that source that is within you, and all the answers are within you. And we're here to help you with the tools and the techniques and to even go beyond that to understanding all the different dimensions that make up who you are as a human being. To wake up to your own spiritual journey and why you're here for whatever reason you're here. And that we can either go into the worlds of controlling and chaos, drama, or we can experience the opposite of that. And so we're here to remind you that it's your own creation, and you can create whatever possibility you want to.
Well, and for me as well, just doing the show had a profound effect on my own life.
Yes.
Just experiencing what it's like to just speak truth, my truth, full expression, without the monkey mind going off, and just being able to just talk. Like, some of the stuff that's come out of my own mouth has been exactly what I needed to hear. Yeah. And to come from my own self is just like even more divine, right? So I've had such great blessings just doing this show for me personally, but also the effect that it's had on friends and family, and it's been really, really amazing.
And just the people that we hear from around the world, it's so incredible. And the young people, it's fantastic. And people, they're 13 years old, and they're writing in, and they're connected to their soul, and they want to know more, and I just love it. Yeah. So we are waking up, and it's fantastic. And this show has brought many gifts for me in regards to just the knowingness that we all have this energy within us, and that once we are in our truth and we speak, and we're here to express fully who we are. And if you can find some place in your life or people to connect to in your life and share who you are and just let go of those judgments or let go of the fear and just to be, you'll be amazed at what comes out of your mouth too, right? And that's where you discover more of who you are.
Yeah. Well, and also, the name of our show, Wake Up to Life, I don't even remember how amazing it was when we got the name. We're like, oh my God, we both said it at the same time. I remember that. But what an amazing, it's really just, Wake Up to Life has had so many, even just funny moments, just really getting how hilarious that is. It's like, okay, every day I wake up, of course. So every day I have to remind myself to be conscious, It's really easy sometimes to slip into ego and just run it, kind of sail it. And it's like, sometimes the harder path you know, it's like it gets me up the mountain a lot quicker, but oh man, it's the hardest path possible. And you know, I think it's really, really great to see that it's like it's just about every day just setting the intention that I'm waking up, I'm conscious, and it's so easy, so simple.
It is so simple. It is. It really is simple.
Right under my nose the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like what you're saying earlier today when we're having lunch today, it's like we can have this. The whole concept is, oh wow, I can't see it, I can't see it.
It's
right?
way over there.
Meanwhile,
it's like, actually it's right here. Like, oh,
it's right here.
It's so close. It's like so obvious. It's right in front of my face the whole time. Yeah, so I've had many different meanings of what wake up to life means to me throughout this whole process. So, yeah.
I think for me too, waking up to life is waking up to the idea that there is no good, bad, right or wrong.
Oh, yeah.
That we can let go of those judgments, because what's bad for someone is good for someone else, and what's good for them, and we don't really know what that soul, why that soul's created, what they're creating in their life, because everything is life lesson, everything. And so our souls are moving through, and we're moving into greater love, which is, you know, who we are, that love within ourselves, and expanding that love, and living in kindness, and living in the joy, and the natural essence of who we are. And whether we're in anger in that moment, it's fully expressing your anger, it's fully expressing your sadness, and there's no wrong or right in the anger. It's knowing how to move through all of those energies that make up the total human expression.
And one of the most subtle but profound things that's happened for me is really getting that on a level that it's like not intellectual, like I get it, but I get it in my full body, I get it in my soul, and when I'm in conversation with people now, it's like my listening is so different. I am witnessing someone in their journey. Like it's not about me anymore.
Yes.
And like I've heard it before, but to be able to sit there and go,
consciously.
Yeah, and it's just like, you know, it's like I'm marveling in who they are, and I have no attachment to some sort of energy. Like if they're crying, I can be totally compassionate, but yet not be enveloped or overwhelmed, or it's like, wow. Or if they're mad, it's like, okay, they're mad, but I don't have to be mad with you.
Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It is absolutely the most breathtaking and brilliant feeling, because it's like
it's so empowering.
It's so empowering because it's like I'm really connected to what is true for me. Exactly. I don't have to take on anyone else's stuff because it's not mine.
Yeah.
And it's been really subtle to me, but every once in a while I'll get little glips and I'm like, oh. And now I'm in the space where it's like, okay, wow, I get it, and oh yeah, that has been the most, I think, brilliant thing.
I love the show because as a coach, I've been sharing this information to, it's like one-on-one experiences. And so what this show has opened up for me is to share my truth, share my understanding that has uplifted my life, to share it with the world. And so I am so grateful to be with Kelsey here and to be able to share in her experiences and for her to share in mine and to watch each other grow, and it's just been phenomenal. And then I also want to share too, this is kind of completely off the topic, but I am just so amazed right now because of when we wake up to the truth, when we wake up and we follow our destiny, if you want to use that as a word, right? If we follow our destiny and we know that wherever we are in our life, we're meant to be there, that everything unfolds naturally, and if we allow that natural progression to take place, beautiful things occur. And my partner Dan, he just got his approval for a permanent residency of Canada. And he's from Australia, and so the whole journey, which has been a 2-year process of putting the intention out there and just believing and knowing that he's waking up into his full consciousness as a man, as a kind man, that everything is going to unfold for him, and it is, and it's just beautiful.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And just holding yourself there in that space of the intention and just trusting that it's going to work out.
Yes.
Like, did you have thoughts that he would be rejected and you'd have, like,
Yeah, you go through it. It's him and his doubt. It's a doubting self, right? And so, and we can all go into the doubting self. Some people go into the doubting self and they stay there for days, right?
Yeah.
But whereas Dan is, he's very conscious and he goes, oh, I'm in my doubting self, and so 5 minutes later he's starting to transmute the energy to come up to the other side, right? So it's that flow of energy. But it doesn't last very long because he knows, no, I am in control of this. I am the creator, and I know that I'm planting myself here. And so, he's
there's a 2-year journey for that.
Yeah, it's amazing. And so, and because it brings up everything that you feel incomplete with.
Absolutely.
And it's like, okay, I'm still got energy wrapped around this idea here of not having or not being or. So I'm not deserving or...
Well, and also, too, uncovering that, like whatever happens in our lives, there's this responsibility of knowing that we've created it.
Yes.
And good and bad and ugly, right? And, and what's been interesting for me is witnessing other people's lives and what they've created.
Yes.
And maybe, complaining about or whatever. And I'm just...
The drama.
But just to be able to sit back and look at it in a space of... But you obviously wanted it because you got it.
Exactly.
And that is the most controversial places because I get a lot of people going, no. And they'll just shut down. Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah. But, it's important for me, too, to know that it's like, okay, like, I've created this, regardless if I wanted it consciously, but I created this. Yes. And ultimately, whatever I have is what I wanted. Yeah. So whatever you're getting is what you wanted. Exactly. And to complain about that you didn't want it, it's false information coming out of the mouth.
And that's what we need to wake up to.
Yes.
Big time.
Yeah. So it's a whole new way of listening.
Yes, it is.
And observing the world.
And knowing that, it's whether you're creating uncomfortable situations, chaos in your life, arguments with your spouse, or drama wrapped around your family. Those are situations that you have the power to change. And when you share with your family or anyone that you are waking up, that you are saying no to this, I'm saying no to this negativity in my life. This is what I'm on my spiritual journey now. I'm on my self-discovery journey, whatever you want to share. But you need to share that with other people in your life so that they wake up to who you are and who you are becoming. And because we can, sometimes we're afraid of conflict or afraid of sharing ourselves, especially with our parents or people that we've known for a very long time. And we'll move ourselves into those family situations, and then we come back home and go, oh, why did I do that to myself again, right? Totally. And so, but we need to step up and say, you know what, this is who I am, and I will no longer tolerate this kind of negativity in my life. And then there may be a little bit of confrontation there, but you know what, they're going to wake up and they're going to see, oh my, maybe I am too negative. Maybe I need to wake up and become a more positive or more kind person. And you are going to now uplift their life.
Absolutely. Well, that just reminds me of being on Facebook. I use Facebook to a way to connect with my friends, obviously. Right. And I put a lot of myself on there. And I have my profile open, too. So, anyone can go on. Why? Because I am an open book. I have nothing to hide. Yeah. I am who I am. But what is interesting is having friends from all different areas, right? We got people from my junior high and high school, and I got people I used to work with, and I have clients on there, and I have other people I've met in workshops, and it's like this. It's so amazing to be able to put my stuff on there and be a stand for that. Yes. Because there are times where I'm like, I don't know if I should put that on there. It's like my blog, for example. Yeah. I'm very in my moment. It's like my journal. To connect myself on there and have some guy that I kind of know reading it, it's like, I had to really accept that, okay, do I love myself or do I not? What am I afraid of? What do I think they have over me?
Yeah, those are big questions to ask yourself.
And so, there are times I go in those moments where I'm like, maybe I should just clean up my profile, make it look really, normal. But it's no, I have to be a stand for who I am and the message that I want to get out, and it's really important to me, and I want people around me to be waking up. And so how am I going to have that happen is I have to stand in that. And
you're leading by example.
Yeah, and that's what I get. I have to do, not have to, but I want to do, is just to show what it's like. So yeah, it's uncomfortable, but guess what? On the other side of that, freedom. And that's what I think people see sometimes. It's like, wow, you can say that? It's like, and it feels good. Yeah, you're right, you can say it. So yeah, it's that's been really an interesting thing for me.
That's fantastic. And when we express ourselves fully, just it feels so good.
Yeah, without the concern of what others will think, because there's still attachment, right? So yeah, it's really great.
No fear. No fear. Yeah. So, how are you waking up in your life? And just, ask yourself those questions. And what are you willing to step up to in your life and live from that place? And making those conscious changes in your life. You're listening to this show for a reason.
Absolutely.
Yes. Fly high, everyone.
Fly high. Namaste.
Namaste.